Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Bangor police are searching for answers following a serious accident. We'll have a live report from the scene coming up, plus new details from Ellsworth following the firing of the city's police chief. And a local ambulance service explains why it may have to raise its rates for local communities. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Emma Smith will join us shortly. We're going to start with a check of the forecast. It looks like a cloudy day ahead today, but not a terrible day. In fact, the temperatures are going to break 50 degrees, so it's going to be pretty mild out there. Let's turn things over to Devin Biggs for a first look at our forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. Alrighty, as we get into things this morning, we're quieting down. The system here that brought some flurries with it yesterday is now tracking off from the west going to the east. It's still causing a few clouds to move in here. So overall for today, we will be under a partly cloudy sky in some spots, with other areas seeing a good amount of sunshine. So zoom things out right now, though. Here's that big area low pressure that continues to kind of sit and spin, but it's going to move off to the east pretty slowly, though, but it'll take the clouds with it eventually. Then there's another system right about in here that's going to cause a little bit of development, though, across the northern parts of the state as we head towards tomorrow. So for today, not too bad under a partly cloudy sky. We will have more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. And then, of course, we'll be watching for a little bit of precipitation in the northern parts of the state as we head towards your Thursday. As for the winds, though, finally starting to relax in many spots, so only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Really calming down later on tonight, and even for tomorrow, looking pretty good as we start things off. So for today, we have lower 50s, partly cloudy and breezy out there, with a north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, with a southeast breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, we have upper 40s under a mostly cloudy sky, and a southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures warming into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Well, Bangor police have spent the night at the scene of a very serious accident on Outer Hammond Street.
Reporter Devin Dagnall is standing by and joins us live with the latest.
Thank you, Emma and Craig. I'm out here on the intersection of Hammond Street and Ocean City Boulevard, where things are just wrapping up right now. The Bangor evidence team has been here all night checking out the scene for what appears to be a very serious accident. Now, Bangor PD, they can't give us any information at this time, but it does appear to be very serious, very tight-lipped about this right now. The traffic is being restricted on Outer Hammond Street. But the evidence truck did just leave just moments before you guys sent to me, so it appears like things are wrapping up here right now. We'll give you guys more information as we learn more, but for now, back to you, Emma and Craig.
All right, thank you, Devin, for that report. It sounds like maybe things will be easing up there as far as the traffic is concerned. I went to the scene on the way into work this morning. It looked like a single vehicle perhaps left Outer Hammond Street and rolled over several times. The car, as you can imagine, is smashed up, and now they're just trying to figure out how it happened. So we'll have more on that later on today. All right, moving on now. A Waterville man has been arrested after allegedly threatening to kill the president and other top officials. 45-year-old Benjamin Brown is charged with transmitting a threatening interstate communication, which is a violation of federal law.
According to the Morning Sentinel, Brown was arrested after he posted comments on YouTube over several years, claiming he was stockpiling weapons and wanted to kill President Biden and other elected officials. In a recent post, he allegedly said he was going to buy an AR-15 rifle to prepare for a revolution, and that he also had the right to kill illegal immigrants. In other news now, a Canadian man has been arrested in connection with an alleged burglary at the University of Maine Alfond Arena. Police arrested 56-year-old Stephen Van Roboys from Ontario a little before 8:30 Sunday morning. University of Maine Police Chief William Flagg says an officer saw a vehicle parked near the Alfond Arena that had been reported to them the previous day for suspicious activity near the building. The officer investigated and found an unsecured door to the arena. Flagg says the officer found Van Roboys inside, allegedly in the act of stealing various items. He's charged with felony burglary.
Well, as we told you yesterday on Good Morning Maine, Glenn Mosher has been fired as the police chief of Ellsworth. The move comes following an investigation by city officials that had been veiled in secrecy. Our Doug Banks has more on the situation and a statement from Mosher himself.
Following an executive session held on Monday, Ellsworth City Council voted 6-0 to terminate Glenn Mosher's role as chief of police. Now, subsequently, they also voted 6-0 to appoint Deputy Police Chief Troy Byers as interim chief of police.
The City of Ellsworth's communications specialist states Mosher is still on paid administrative leave as city manager. Matthew Williams will continue to serve as interim city manager until Charles Pierce steps in April 1st. The press release also states due to state law restrictions, the City Council is unable to disclose specific details about confidential personnel discussions. In a letter on behalf of the Ellsworth City Council, they begin by saying Ellsworth is going through a period of big transitions, with other transitions being in response to events we could not have predicted. The letter states if a complaint is made involving the city manager, the City Council is the investigating body. While information about these recent events has been withheld, the City Council acknowledges the public's frustration, but states the employee's right to privacy must prevail. City Councilor Tammy Moat was absent from Monday's executive session vote. After 13 years as a patrol officer, Mosher assumed the role of chief in 2017. In a statement, Glenn Mosher told us in part, quote, "While I regret that my employment for the city of Ellsworth has come to an end, I am proud of my numerous accomplishments over the last 20 years. I am honored and privileged to have worked alongside many wonderful people over the years and wish them all the best." To read the full statement, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine Attorney General Aaron Frey is firing back at the AG's office from Tennessee and other states. That after Frey says he received a letter that was meant to intimidate proponents of a pending piece of legislation here in Maine. At issue is LD 227, which Frey says seeks to protect providers of reproductive health care and gender-affirming care in Maine from interference or prosecution by parties from out of state. Frey referred to Tennessee AG Jonathan Scrametti's sending of that letter as, quote, "an extremely unusual effort to influence legislative consideration of another state," and called legal concerns raised in that letter meritless. He argued back that shield laws have been instituted in 17 other states and D.C., and that they're necessary to guard against objecting states who would seek to punish beyond their borders. In his response to AG Scrametti, Frey said, in part, quote, "The proponents of LD 227 do not wish to leave Maine's healthcare providers open to such overreach when they professionally deliver essential medical care, consistent with standards of care in Maine. We do have a right to disagree, and I fully concur that one state cannot control another. Recognizing these shared values, I welcome your respect for Maine's ability to decide what access to health care people in Maine receive, free from interference by out-of-state actors," end quote.
Well, a fast-moving fire in Guilford had crews sounding a second alarm at around 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Crews arrived on the scene at 8 Bates Court in Guilford to find flames shooting from the upstairs windows. Having enough manpower and a good attack plan kept the fire contained to one apartment in the 3-family building.
We got it knocked down within probably the first 20 minutes and then mostly overhaul from there, but being an old building, very hard to control, but we controlled the one first apartment.
Reed says the fire may have started in a bedroom closet area. Fire marshals were called to the scene to investigate. It is believed that a quick call from one of the homeowners helped firefighters get to the scene quickly so that they could save 2 out of the 3 apartments.
The rising cost of doing business has forced Delta Ambulance to consider increasing its service fees for transporting residents. Our Matthew Dronsick has the story.
Communities that are served by Delta Ambulance are looking for answers after the first responder service announced that there would be a rate increase.
Reimbursement for the last 50 years has remained the same. However, expenses have increased.
Delta Ambulance is a private paramedic company that was created in 1972 by 3 Waterville hospitals. It currently serves 13 towns in the greater Waterville area. This is the second time in the past 2 years the company's increased its rates. Delta Ambulance's Director of Finance Jasmine LaCroix says prior to the pandemic, Delta did not charge a service fee to its communities. Last year, the company started charging communities a service fee of $15 per person. Still not making enough money from this, the proposed price this year was increased to $25.
We had to increase our payroll, increase expenses with the same amount of reimbursement. We realized that we needed that $10 increase for our budget to just break out even. There is no profit on this service charge.
While we understand the need for increases for Delta, if we could have done it in a much smaller fashion so it didn't have as much of a financial impact in any one fiscal year.
However, a combination of staffing shortages and low reimbursement charges from insurance companies has Delta in a tight financial spot.
We're just breaking even from the townspeople. We are also asking the hospitals for a service fee as well, because we are 50% transfers and 50% emergencies. We are not looking at this time to make a profit, just able to continue running our company.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Bangor's airport is preparing for a number of improvements. We'll tell you what to expect.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. A cloudy day ahead today, but warm. The temperatures will be up around 53 degrees. Mostly cloudy overnight with lows dropping down to around freezing. Tomorrow, a mostly cloudy day with highs near 48.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Lewis Black, Goodbye Yeller Brick Road, the final tour.
When I was in elementary school, then I was like 9, and the teacher said, in case of a nuclear attack, get under your desk. And I said, why would I do that? And she said, because you'll burn faster.
Lewis Black, live on stage. Collins Center for the Arts, March 24th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com.
All the nonsense
Fibber
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC7.
Welcome to the People's Court. Real cases, real litigants, real messy relationships.
Basically, it was friends without benefits.
Friends without benefits? What's the point of that? What's the bird doing here?
The bird is a witness.
Oh, for the love of all that's holy.
The People's Court
on ABC7.
The Bangor International Airport is set to begin 2 major renovation and improvement projects. Airport manager Jose Savadera says the airport runway is one of the longest on the East Coast, but it is at the end of its useful life. He says airport runways are typically redone every 15 to 20 years, and they finally have the funding. The other project will create additional gate space by connecting the domestic and international terminals. It also creates more seating room and more work room for people waiting to board flights.
We have a lot of exciting things coming to the airport, and passengers will have a little minor inconveniences. But I think when we look at the big picture, the improvements and changes that we're bringing into the airport are great things for the community and for the passenger experience. And so I'm looking forward to not only these projects, but other big things coming our way.
Saavedra says passenger traffic numbers have increased more than 30% in the last 5 years, and there's a high demand for more space and amenities. The $14.2 million renovation and reconstruction project is federally funded. Passengers can expect to see construction beginning in April.
Well, a push to change Maine's state flag back to the original pine tree design may be facing another delay at the State House. The bill was approved last legislative session to allow voters to decide if they want to keep Maine's current flag or revert to the original 1901 design. Lawmakers in the State and Local Government Committee are currently backing a bill that would push off that referendum until 2026 and create a 5-member commission to recommend a new design to the Secretary of State. Both the House and Senate must approve the creation of that special committee. If they don't, the new flag design question will appear during the November election.
Republican lawmakers are shining a light on the possibility of a new sales tax for streaming service subscriptions in the state. According to Republicans, they first learned of the proposal when reviewing the supplemental budget proposed by Governor Mills. Currently, streaming services are not taxable in Maine. If the proposal went into effect, it would implement a 5.5% sales tax on all forms of streaming services, such as Spotify, Netflix, and Hulu. Senator James Libby, who sits on the taxation committee, says Mainers don't need another tax.
And in this digital age, everything's subscription-based, everything's downloaded. You got to think about, well, you know, down the road, how much we're going to collect here as a state in this new tax. It's just outlandish that this got put in the budget, and I haven't heard a thing about it, and I'm glad that we're able to expose it today. And Republicans care about people.
The bill to enact the tax had a public hearing last week and is still waiting to be voted on by the taxation committee. All right, the time now is 6:16. After the break, it's maple tapping season here in Maine. We'll check in with a local family operation as concerns mount because of all this warm weather.
Plus, that full weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can sign up with our e-sign program or we can come to you. 2, there's no upfront cost. 3, the result. Just listen to this.
Lowry & Associates got me $475,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
This is the first sit-down that people have seen.
Christina Applegate with Jamie Lynn Sigler.
My symptoms have started the early part of 2021.
Powerful, inspiring. This morning on
Good Morning America.
Welcome back, everyone. Changing climate has impacted Maine and numerous businesses that rely on the weather to bring in some money.
So when the winter produced lackluster snowfall and temperatures, sugar houses had to adjust to the changing conditions. Devin Dagnall tells us more.
We always collect sap when there's snow on the ground. That's just the thing. And when the snow's gone, you know the season's almost over.
Sugar houses across the state needed to tap their trees early this year due to the unusually warm winter. According to co-owner of Williams Family Farm, John Williams, this year's maple season started nearly 2 weeks earlier than years past. Sugar houses like the Williams Family Farm were able to adjust their season by starting operations earlier. However, due to warm weather, a lack of sunshine, and high winds, many hobbyists are seeing low yields.
The weather turned, nicer sooner than it normally would.
We had to be ready earlier, and we weren't, but we did the best we could. We had most of the taps in when we needed to get the early flow.
According to experts, there are some areas in the state seeing a slightly shorter season.
Coastal areas that tap trees have actually lost a partial, they go by days, a partial day. Inland in the mountains hasn't seemed to have lost any days. The season hasn't gotten shorter.
Despite the early start and unpredictable weather, Williams Family Farm is actually ahead of schedule and doing better than previous years.
To get what we got, we're happy. We're ahead of last year's production already, so we're happy.
Sugar houses across the state, including Williams Family Farm, will be participating in the annual Maine Maple Weekend, March 23rd and 24th. To find a sugar house near you to support, visit MaineMapleProducers.com. In Clifton, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:19.
Time to get a full look at our weather forecast. You caught me snoozing there for a second. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. Alrighty, here we go. Wave heights are not too bad out there. It's starting to go down now at around 1 to 2 feet according to these buoys here. Still a little bit active farther away though, according to this buoy at about 8 feet, but we're going to continue to see the wave heights relax as that area low pressure continues to move away. For now though, on land, not too bad. Just some clouds that are developing. Notice so any snow that has been falling, dissipating now pretty much outside the country. So looking pretty good now as that area low pressure continues to move away, and we're losing the moisture with that as well. We're watching low wave energy up in parts of Canada. That could give some areas in the northern parts of the state a chance for a little bit of precipitation as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. But meanwhile, though, not a whole lot else going on across the country at this point. There are some storms in parts of Missouri. Those are weakening now. Well, otherwise, so futurecast moving forward will be under a partly cloudy sky for us today. We'll be watching for more clouds that will be on the way later on tonight with that next wave of energy moving in. We'll have a little bit of development in northern parts of the state, maybe a few snow flurries or snow showers there. Not a big deal at all. We'll push that through. We will hold on to the clouds, though, as we head towards Thursday evening as well. Then our next wave of energy looks to move in here as we head towards your Friday with rain showers that do look to be possible, maybe a little bit of snow trying to mix in from time to time as well. Now, the gusty winds could still reach up around 25 miles per hour at times in some spots today, maybe even 20 miles per hour at best, so it won't be as bad as what we saw in some other days, but otherwise, so by tonight, things start to relax, and even for tomorrow, still not looking too bad, though maybe a few gusts of wind up to 15 miles per hour, and that looks to be about it. So today, we could see gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour. Yesterday, though, look at this. We had high temperatures that made into the mid-40s, not too bad, though. We'll get even warmer today as our average high temperature is 39 degrees, lower 50s today, upper 40s Thursday, middle 40s Friday. We're back in the upper 40s Saturday, then we're back down in the mid-40s Sunday into Monday, then some 30s as we head towards your Tuesday. So for today, lower 50s, partly cloudy and a little breezy out there with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. By tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, and a southeast breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, upper 40s, mostly cloudy, and a southeast breeze only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Rain and snow chances do exist on Friday with highs in the mid-40s. Upper 40s will be expected Saturday with a chance for rain, and another chance for rain on Sunday with highs in the mid-40s.
Bad boy mowers aren't built for everyone. They're built for the bold, the originals, people who get the job done and love every second of it. Bad boys are built for horsepower and cutting-edge precision with a first-of-its-kind 3-link suspension and a style all their own. Because you're not everyone, and that's a good thing. Bad boy, mow with an attitude.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo! I love it. Woo!
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
What are we, Steve?
Winners.
I love you.
Right now, you could get special low 4.75% financing for 60 months on a boldly styled all-wheel drive Camry, which could save you up to $1,900.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. Strike gold on value and comfort with recliners starting at $298 and power recliners starting at $398. Feel like a lucky charm with deals on this reclining sofa for $598 or on this sofa chaise also $598. Find unbeatable savings at the Furniture Gallery on top brands like Serta, Restonic, Parker House, Ashley, Flexsteel, and more. Markdown madness is happening now, so hurry in and save big. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
The House seems poised to pass a bill targeting TikTok in the U.S. if it doesn't separate from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. But before the bill heads to a vote, TikTok CEO Xiao Chu is in Washington to meet with lawmakers. It's unclear who on Capitol Hill he's met with, and after a confidential intelligence briefing on the popular app, there's bipartisan support for the bill, but there are more mixed opinions in the Senate. The debate comes as top intelligence officials testify before Congress on foreign threats to U.S., especially during an election year. With about 170 million TikTok users just in the U.S., lawmakers are also considering the public's strong stance on a potential ban. Despite strong Republican support in the House, former President Trump has shifted his stance against banning the app. President Biden has said he will sign the bill if it's passed.
White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan saying the U.S. is concerned about a ground operation in Rafah. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he plans to invade Rafah against Biden's warnings, though Sullivan denied that the president has drawn a red line over that situation.
The president has been very clear about our position on Rafah, and our position is that a military operation in Rafah that does not protect civilians, that cuts off the main arteries of humanitarian assistance, and that places enormous pressure on the Israel-Egypt border is not something that he can support. We are talking to the Israelis about that. We are working through it, and I'm not going to stand at this podium and entertain hypotheticals on it.
Well, Netanyahu says the Israeli military has destroyed 3 headquarters of Hamas battalions and believes the fighting could be over in less than 2 months. He has not shared the U.S.'s view for a 2-state solution in that region.
On Tuesday, the Pentagon announced a new $300 million emergency aid package to provide Ukraine with weapons and ammunition, money that was handed out through the Presidential Drawdown Authority. This week, Ukrainian officials claimed to have hit 2 oil facilities deep inside Russia during a wave of attacks across 8 regions. Meanwhile, Moscow claims it's thwarted the border raids, killing more than 230 Ukrainian fighters. While it's impossible to verify war accounts, the White House warns Ukraine's situation on the ground is dire.
We're able to provide this PDA due to negotiated savings on contracts to replace equipment from previous drawdowns for Ukraine.
The aid announcement came as Poland's prime minister and president met with President Biden at the White House to mark 25 years since Poland joined NATO. Both men, along with Biden, urging Congress to pass critical funding for Ukraine.
Well, former President Donald Trump is the presumptive presidential nominee for the Republican Party after primary wins on Tuesday. Mr. Trump reached the delegate threshold needed for the party of 1,215 after securing the Georgia, Mississippi, and Washington state primaries. The former president will officially accept the nomination during the Republican National Convention in July. Mr. Trump is the only major candidate left in the primary race after former U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley dropped out on March 6th. Following Super Tuesday.
Is your car selling you out to your insurance company? Drivers of cars made by General Motors, Honda, Ford, and several other brands say they've noticed their insurance rates skyrocketing after the companies sent data about their driving habits to issuers without them knowing. Some say they noticed their price hikes after systems such as GM's OnStar were installed in their vehicles. Incidents of hard braking, sharp accelerations, and speeding were also said to be noted by OnStar and collected by LexisNexis, a software company that collects and sells data, then sold to insurance companies. The issue is currently being investigated.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. And my car's old enough to have an ashtray, so it's probably not doing stuff like this.
Yeah, you're fine. You know, I'm driving a 20-year-old pickup too, and I love it. I don't have a car payment and none of that computer stuff to mess with anything. So
I love my old car too.
Yeah,
it's good to me. Yeah. Okay, coming up on the second half of the newscast, it was Franco-American Day at the State House. We'll check out the ceremony that inducted 9 new folks into the Franco-American Hall of Fame.
Plus, we'll check in with some folks from Millinocket on what they have planned for the solar eclipse next month. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Hi, Hi, this is Jim with Lowry & Associates.
Some guy slid across the center line and hit my daughter. The cops said the guy was driving way too fast for the snowy conditions.
I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. Is your daughter okay?
She just had surgery yesterday. Is there any way you can come meet us at the hospital?
Absolutely. I can meet you at the hospital right now.
Lowry & Associates came to the hospital and settled my daughter's case for $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call us. We win for you.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
Dear Savvy Traveler, airline food isn't what it used to be. I need to fuel up before I fly.
Dear Hangry, you can fill up before takeoff at Bangor International Airport. The Highlands Cafe has quick and casual. The Refueler Pub and Grill has heartier fare. And the Post Security Cafe, other side of TSA, offers a pick-me-up before wheels up. Bon appetit and bon voyage, Hangry. And remember, the savvy travel through Bangor International Airport. Flybangor.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. It's also National Earmuff Day.
In 1877, Farmington's own Chester Greenwood. Oh, that's a
not
cute
Chester.
photo.
That's just a dog with earmuffs. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. He created the earmuffs when he was 15 years old. He came up with the idea because his ears were cold when he was ice skating. He made the first pair with farm wire and had his grandmother sew beaver fur onto the loops around the ears. Greenwood also created a business that sold earmuffs and employed lots of folks over 60 years. He probably didn't want to mess his hair up either.
Yeah, I think he invented a bunch of other stuff, but you know, he also he got a big contract with the government to make earmuffs for the Army during World War II and everything like that.
I've never really understood the difference between earmuffs and a hat.
Well, earmuffs are just the muffs. They just go over your ears.
Right.
And they usually have a piece of wire that goes over your head.
I know this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
I know what earmuffs are.
Okay.
But like, why would you pick earmuffs over a hat other than for hair styling purposes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people
like,
wear...
why would the Army pick those over hats?
A lot of people wear hats and earmuffs because it keeps your ears, I mean, even your hat, unless you have it completely covered up. But anyway.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They used to have, I don't know if they still do, but they had a big celebration in Farmington every year called the Chester Greenwood Days.
Yeah.
And they celebrated the
cool.
local inventor.
Yep.
All right, on this day in history, back in 1781, the planet Uranus was discovered by British astronomer William Herschel. It was some decades later on this same day where somebody else discovered Pluto.
Oh, wow.
As far as Uranus is concerned, he was actually searching for double stars at the time, and that's when he found this planet out there. In 1933, in the depths of the Great Depression, banks throughout the U.S. started to reopen after a week-long holiday declared by President Roosevelt. He ordered that closure to stop a run on bank assets. Also in 1933, President Roosevelt ordered an immediate modification of the Volstead Act to permit the manufacture and sale of beer. Apparently the president likes some cold suds from time to time too.
Yeah.
In 1925, Tennessee passed a bill prohibiting the teaching of evolution in public schools.
A lot of things that I remember learning in high school history class in the show this morning. And in 1941, Adolf Hitler issues an edict calling for an invasion of the Soviet Union.
That didn't work out so well for him.
Nope.
Yeah.
In 1951, the comic strip Dennis the Menace appeared for the first time in newspapers across the country. In 1980, prolific serial killer John Wayne Gacy was given the death penalty for the murders of 33 young men and boys, most of which were in his basement.
Yeah, they found them all in like the crawl space.
Yeah.
There's a documentary on Netflix right now that
Good documentary.
Talks to a lot of families that were affected by that. Just a horrible thing.
Haunting story. And in 1991, Exxon paid $1 billion in fines and costs for the cleanup of the Alaskan oil spill. And in 2012, the Encyclopedia Britannica discounted its printed edition after 244 years.
They discontinued it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. My words are
Before that, a lot of families had Encyclopedia Britannicas. That's how we did our homework. We didn't have Google and that kind of thing, so you had to go look it up somewhere.
I know.
Yep.
And they go for a good amount of money now if you have the whole sets without anything missing.
It was an investment, you know, and they would come and try to, they had salespeople, they try to sell it to you, and you know, that's what we needed.
Yep. And in 2020, President Trump declared a national emergency in response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
All right, today's birthdays include rapper and actor Common, who is 52. I just love his stuff.
I do too.
He's a wonderful actor.
Yeah, he's a poet.
Yeah. Actor William H. Macy is 74. Love him too. And actress Annabeth Gish is 53. I'm fond of her. Yeah, I've seen some of her stuff. I can't think of anything right now, but
William H. Macy I only know from Shameless.
Yeah.
I know he's in other stuff too. That mustache is great on him.
Yeah,
Just the thumbs up mustache
combo. He was in
combo.
Fargo, all kinds of movies, things like that.
Oh, he was great in Fargo.
Yeah. So happy birthday to all of them.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Warmer than yesterday. The sun came out for a little bit yesterday, so it's true to that partly cloudy forecast. But, you know, if you I got my walk in already, and I was like, I'm not going back outside for the sun. I'm staying inside.
Not as much wind, though. Things are calming down, and things are going to be around 53 today. So let's turn things over to Devin Biggs for that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. Alrighty, as we get into things this morning, we're quieting down. The system here that brought some flurries with it yesterday is now tracking off from the west going to the east. It's still causing a few clouds to move in here. So overall for today, we will be under a partly cloudy sky in some spots, with other areas seeing a good amount of sunshine. So zoom things out right now, though. Here's that big area low pressure that continues to kind of sit and spin, but it's going to move off to the east pretty slowly, though, but it'll take the clouds with it eventually. Then there's another system right about in here that's going to cause a little bit of development, though, across the northern parts of the state as we head towards tomorrow. So for today, not too bad under a partly cloudy sky. We will have more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. And then, of course, we'll be watching for a little bit of precipitation in the northern parts of the state as we head towards your Thursday. As for the winds, though, finally starting to relax in many spots, so only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Really calming down later on tonight, and even for tomorrow, looking pretty good as we start things off. So for today, we have lower 50s, partly cloudy and breezy out there, with a north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, with a southeast breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, we have upper 40s under a mostly cloudy sky, and a southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures warming into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
I was just looking at movies that Annabeth Gish was in. All kinds of movies, including Mystic Pizza.
Mystic Pizza. I saw the X-Files. Looks like too.
Yeah, a lot of girl movies kind of things. So
Mystic Pizza is a girl movie?
Yeah.
No.
To me it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you don't see a couple dudes getting, hey, want to watch some Mystic Pizza? No, we want to watch a blow-up movie.
I want to live in a world where a couple of
Keaton
dudes...
wants to watch it.
I want to live in a world where a couple of dudes can hang out and watch Mystic Pizza and have it not be weird.
Hey, it's okay if they want to do it. I'm fine with that, but it's probably not what my brother and I would pick to watch.
Well, maybe that's what we should be aiming for.
All right.
Okay,
all right,
we got to move on.
Yeah. Some have said if you scratch the skin of a Mainer underneath, you will find a Canadian. I have never heard that in my life.
I haven't either.
Maine's close connection with French and Acadian heritage was celebrated yesterday at the State House, though.
Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has the story.
Le Sénat serait en ordre. The Senate will be in order.
Tuesday was Franco-American Day at the State House, a day to honor the French and Acadian heritage of the state. The first part of the Senate session was conducted in French and English, with 3 national anthems being sung. French, Canadian, and the United States.
The Franco-Americans, did so much to build the state of Maine, build this country, their culture, their heritage.
A ceremony was also held to honor the 9 newest inductees of the Maine Franco-American Hall of Fame.
And to recognize certain individuals who have Maine connections, who have during their lives supported those links between the Francophone world.
According to Jackson, one of the reasons it's so important to honor French and Acadian heritage at the state level is that for many years, the government banned the speaking of French in classrooms, effectively limiting its fluency in an entire generation.
They actually say that, like, my generation is a lost generation because, like, my parents, grandparents could speak French, but they never taught it to my parents. Thereby, I never heard it, and I had 3 grandparents that could speak French. So, in that, regardless of what, heritage you are, when somebody tries to stamp out your heritage, that is absolutely wrong and something I'm never going to agree with.
At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
So, what did we learn today? That Spectrum One gives people everything that they need at a great price. And what are those things?
Super fast internet.
Comes with it, yes.
A line of unlimited mobile.
Now we're cooking, yes, comes with it.
Free advanced Wi-Fi.
Also comes with it. What else do people want, guys?
A sense of purpose and direction in life.
It does come with state-of-the-art security features, which is kind of like the same thing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile for 12 months. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
A tractor's a big piece of machinery, so you have to trust what your dealer's telling you is the right thing.
We're just trying to help you figure out what the best tool is to do the job that you've got in front of you.
United Ag and Turf customer experience has been great. I had to call the service department. I was able to get somebody come out. He even texted me later just to make sure everything was good the next day.
The sales process was very low pressure. We ended up with the tractor that we wanted. We've also ended up with the service that we needed.
We are United, your local John Deere dealer.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the diamond. Husson softball once again looking great as the Eagles are out to a hot non-conference start. And already the clubhouse is buzzing about a potential 6th straight NAC title. Ryan Sudol has more.
We've adapted, we've overcome, and that's Husson softball. We always find a way to win.
Surprise! Husson softball is good again. And the Eagles are out to their best non-conference start in 5 years at 8-4.
We obviously played some tough opponents in Florida, so coming back 8-4 is one of the best records we could have.
But it's the way they won, too. 5 of their 8 wins against these tough teams came in comeback efforts, made more impressive by the diversity of their batting order.
We saw a lot of different people in games and different games, and we still had the resilience to come back. We pulled people off the bench, got the pinch hits when we need it. We can call any person off this bench to come and win this game for us.
In the pitcher's circle, a void had to be filled, with superstar McKenna Smith graduating. But for freshman Anna Lang and sophomore Danny Masterson, a combined 2.4 ERA sounds just fine.
I think those two have really stepped up and, have shown that they belong here. Without McKenna, without that fierceness in the circle, we still have more fierceness coming up. They may be young, but they're mighty.
And all of this with a new head coach. Rick Roberts was a longtime assistant and is now bringing a new yet welcomed philosophy to the squad.
Certain things we focus on more than before, more things we emphasize on. We hit more this preseason than we ever have. It's a change, but it's a good change.
Yet, it seems nothing has changed about the Eagles. They were picked in the polls to win their 6th straight NAC title for a reason, and they have no doubt that's where they're headed if they keep things up.
It's hard to continue that intensity throughout these long months and these cold months, but we've done a great job so far and just keeping up that we want to win mentality. I think we're looking good. Everybody just be ready. we got some stuff to prove.
In Bangor, I'm Ryan Soudal, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Let's go to some basketball now. On Friday, Maine women's basketball will play in the America East Finals, marking the 8th time the Black Bears have reached the title game in the past 9 years. It's also the 2nd time in the past 3 years that Maine will host the America East title game, so they have the chance to do something special to punch their ticket to the big dance on their home floor after a comeback win against Binghamton on Monday. It would be their first time making the NCAA tournament since 2019, when they beat Hartford for the America East Championship. And junior Adriana Smith says there is no other group she'd rather go to battle with on Friday than the one she's with right now.
It feels great. I'm really excited. Like, there's no other group I'd rather go into this with. Like, I have all the faith in the world in this group, and that we'll get it done. We keep saying to each other, after this game, we got one more. This is what we've been working for the whole year. I'm really confident, and I'm really excited to go into this game on Friday.
All right, that tips at 6 p.m. Friday in the Pit. Let's move on to some hockey now. The Boston Bruins dropping a game on Monday night to the St. Louis Blues 5-1, just a few days after winning 5-1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. With the loss, the Bruins are now 7-11 since the All-Star break. They entered the break atop the Eastern Conference. Now they sit in second with 91 points. They're just one of 4 teams with 91 or more points in the league, so still not pressing the panic button yet, but it has been rocky this second half. A lot of overtime games, some tough losses. Head coach Jim Montgomery was asked if there were any issues he saw specifically, and here was his response.
You know, I think our team has shown the ability to check, we've shown the ability to score, shown the ability to play physical. We just got to consistently do it, you know, and value being hard to play against. That's the number one thing, and that's hard to do all 82 games. It's just you know, it's rare that you can be able to do that just because, like, we just finished 6 and 10 nights. You know, it happens.
All right, time for some football talk now. On Monday, the NFL's legal tampering period began, so teams could talk to players and announce deals before the official start of free agency, which is 4 p.m. on Wednesday. So when that date and time hits, as of Tuesday night, here are the players who will and will not be putting pen to paper with the Patriots. They have signed or re-signed Michael Onwenu, Chukwuma Okorafor, Antonio Gibson, Jacoby Brissett, Sion Takitaki, Josh Uche, Jalen Rieger, and Austin Hooper. That one coming late Tuesday night while they say goodbye to wide receiver Devontae Parker. Mac Jones, that asterisk is there. He was traded for a 6th-round pick. Tight end Mike Gesicki moves on, as does Mac Wilson and Jalen Mills. So it should be an exciting rest of the offseason for New England. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
I called Joe Bornstein's office for a free case evaluation. They helped me with a car accident. I was injured, and so was my dog. They helped me with getting my vet bills reimbursed, my medical bills reimbursed, and going above and beyond, doing more than I had ever expected. They were kind, pleasant, and understanding through it all. The law offices of Joe Bornstein made the process so easy, I would absolutely recommend them.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Millinocket is expected to be just outside the center line path of totality for the upcoming solar eclipse. And local businesses are gearing up for multiple days of events and festivals to showcase the biggest small town in Maine. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
There's an expectation that there could be 20 to 50,000 people coming to Millinocket to see the eclipse.
As many small northern Maine towns prepare for an influx of thousands of visitors on the day of the eclipse, the New England Outdoor Center and Katahdin Resorts is planning their largest festival yet.
There are going to be more people here than the area can handle, so we've designed a festival-type day for the eclipse where we have 5 bands playing at 3 different locations.
The owner says, like most rentals in the area, their lodging is completely sold out, but they are selling over 400 eclipse packages for a full day of festivities.
The eclipse is sort of additive to our normal routine, and now it's helping make up for a piece of our normal routine that we've lost, so that's great.
He says the lack of snow made a significant dent into the area's outdoor winter recreation season.
Really devastating for our economy, and so for that reason, we are hopeful that this is going to give a nice boost, a shot in the arm, certainly to our hospitality industries, but also to organizations.
The Katahdin Chamber of Commerce board president says they have been planning events across 7 different communities in northern Maine for months.
It really came together quite rapidly once people realized this is a big deal.
The community hopes to showcase all the area has to offer.
People are really going to get a chance to see Maine that haven't had a chance to see it before. So hopefully we'll have good weather and people will really have a great time.
In Millinocket, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's going to be very neat. Communities all throughout the state in the various viewing areas are getting ready for, a big economic push from this as well.
Get your glasses now.
Yeah,
they're going
idea.
fast.
Yeah.
All right, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
All righty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All righty, here we go. Wave heights are not too bad out there. It's starting to go down now at around 1 to 2 feet according to these buoys here. Still a little bit active farther away though, according to this buoy at about 8 feet, but we're going to continue to see the wave heights relax as that area low pressure continues to move away. For now though, on land, not too bad. Just some clouds that are developing. Notice though any snow that has been falling, dissipating now pretty much outside the country. So looking pretty good now as that area low pressure continues to move away, and we're losing the moisture with that as well. We're watching low wave energy up in parts of Canada. That could give some areas in the northern parts of the state a chance for a little bit of precipitation as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. But meanwhile, though, not a whole lot else going on across the country at this point. There are some storms in parts of Missouri. Those are weakening now. Well, otherwise, so futurecast moving forward will be under a partly cloudy sky for us today. We'll be watching for more clouds that will be on the way later on tonight with that next wave of energy moving in. We'll have a little bit of development in the northern parts of the state, maybe a few snow flurries or snow showers there. Not a big deal at all. We'll push that through. We will hold on to the clouds, though, as we head towards Thursday evening as well. Then our next wave of energy looks to move in here as we head towards your Friday with rain showers that do look to be possible, maybe a little bit of snow trying to mix in from time to time as well. Now, the gusty winds could still reach up around 25 miles per hour at times in some spots today, maybe even 20 miles per hour at best, so it won't be as bad as what we saw in some other days, but otherwise, so by tonight, things start to relax, and even for tomorrow, still not looking too bad, though maybe a few gusts of wind up to 15 miles per hour, and that looks to be about it. So today, we could see gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour. Yesterday, though, look at this. We had high temperatures that made into the mid-40s, not too bad, though. We'll get even warmer today as our average high temperature is 39 degrees, lower 50s today, upper 40s Thursday, middle 40s Friday. We're back in the upper 40s Saturday, then we're back down in the mid-40s Sunday into Monday, then some 30s as we head towards your Tuesday. So for today, lower 50s, partly cloudy and a little breezy out there with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. By tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, and a southeast breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, upper 40s, mostly cloudy, and a southeast breeze only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Rain and snow chances do exist on Friday with highs in the mid-40s. Upper 40s will be expected Saturday with a chance for rain, and another chance for rain on Sunday with highs in the mid-40s.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
The Neon Pipe in Corinth has a very large selection of water pipes, hand pipes, clothing, incense, novelties, and wraps for your rolling pleasure. We carry alternative remedies. The Neon Pipe, 313 Main Street, Corinth.
Main traditions you gotta do. Catch a sunrise from atop Cadillac Mountain. Dig into baked beans at a community supper. And visit the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show. Make plans now for the 83rd Eastern Maine Sportsman Show at the University of Maine in Orono, March 15th to 17th. Come see all kinds of exhibitors and programs from archery to fly tying to hunting to fishing. Everything you need to enjoy Maine and the outdoors is at the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show, March 15th through 17th at UMaine Orono. Make it your Maine tradition.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to chain and pole saws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Mrs. Howard, how come we don't read this good?
I am very adept at many amusing sounds. Watch. I am a pig.
A dietitian is sharing some tips on how to store corned beef properly this St. Patrick's Day in order to avoid food poisoning. Beth Sherswani says the danger zone for food temperature ranges between 40 to 140 degrees. She recommends those who cook corned beef this St. Patrick's Day serve it when it's warmer than 140 degrees. And when storing the leftovers, make sure it's colder than 40 degrees. She says anything in between could put you at risk for food poisoning. She also recommends storing the raw corned beef on the bottom shelf of the fridge to prevent bacteria from spreading. And if you notice that you have an upset stomach a few hours after eating, you may have food poisoning and should seek medical attention. Excuse me.
Oh, excuse you.
Yeah, choking up on that. Yeah.
I'm not really into boiled dinners.
Yeah, I love it. It doesn't last long enough to turn bad around my house. So
it's pretty good for you.
I like the boiled dinner and then making hash with it after that.
Yeah,
so.
I do like hash.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some more good news. Gifford's Ice Cream has announced when they will be open for the season. And even sweeter, there will be some new flavors for us all to check out. And personally, I already know one that's the top of the list that I need to check out for myself. All of Gifford's family-owned stands will be opening in the next few weeks, starting with the Bangor stand that will open this Friday at noon, followed with the next Friday, the Waterville one, and April 5th, the Skowhegan stand will be open for business. Something to look out for on the menu, new pint flavors, including Wyman's Wild Blueberry Cheesecake, Banana Caramel Coconut, Salted Vanilla Toffee, Double Dough, Spicy Strawberry Pretzel, Passion Fruit Mango, Sangria Sorbet, and Reverse Chocolate Chip. And finally, at every stand, you will see a new menu item called the Gifford Sampler. Choose 5 flavors and get a taste test of 2 ounces each. I'm excited.
Sounds good to me. Go get your ice cream this Friday.
Yeah, we're all out of time. Have a great day.